where the discomfort lies, that is where your fear is. That is holding up a mirror to the things you haven't let go in your life. And so today I decided to do the podcast outside because, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment. And it's time to start letting that stuff go. Also, I just wanted to try it out because I think this scenery is absolutely stunning. And I love being outside. I always feel like I'm just kind of like closed when I'm in the house. Like it's just a box. So I needed to get outside. I'm also sweating my little patootie off because it's about 106 degrees out. So bear with the sweat, okay? But that is not the actual point of today's conversation. What I wanted to bring up today was this important concept that I've been thinking about, which is you have to put yourself in the room. You're never just going to end up in the room. And if you do, that's a really, really rare thing. But sometimes, most of the time, you have to be the one to put yourself in that room. And especially when it is uncomfortable. Getting uncomfortable isn't just about doing the small things. It's about doing the big things too. I am here today in Austin because I made the choice to put myself in rooms. And that wasn't a comfortable choice. It meant expensive tickets. It meant plane tickets. It meant literally getting up from my home in California and flying to Austin. And actually, let's even backtrack further. I'm going to wipe the sweat off my face really quick. Let's backtrack all the way to now almost 6 years ago when I first moved to LA. Because there was no guarantee that shit was going to work out, right? But I had to put myself in the room in LA with producers, executives, talent in order to start the life of my dreams, which at that time was working in entertainment. But I couldn't have done that if I just stayed in my home in Wisconsin. I was never ever just going to get a job, but the universe always rewards you when you take action, when you get uncomfortable, when you make big moves. So what did I do? I bought an apartment. I bought a plane ticket and I moved all of my shit to LA. On the day I moved into my apartment in LA, I can remember this like it was yesterday. I was standing in the master bedroom with the landlord just being like, I made it. I'm here. I can't even believe I did this. And I get the call saying that I got a job as a Television City page and that I would be working on shows like The Price is Right. Alter Ego was just coming out on Fox. Like these big name shows with big name networks behind them. And that was the beginning of my whole journey because I took a risk on myself and I put myself in the room. I put myself out there. And I did the same thing when I came to Austin. I didn't know a freaking soul. And I also at that point had just lost my job. And I was like, I'm betting on myself 110%. It is all in at this point in life. There's no, it's all in. It's all out. Like there's no other option. So I fly to Austin and I put myself in a room of 200 entrepreneurs, millionaires, influencers. And yeah, that was super scary. It was a financial risk. It was a plane ticket. It was the actual conference risk on top of the investment in my mentor and mentorship through that. It was a risk on me being rejected by some really fucking awesome people because let's be honest, I'm a rookie. I'm just starting out and I'm trying something new. But that's the whole point. You get rewarded for that shit. And now I'm here 3 months later because I haven't found an excuse to leave Austin. I have met some of my best friends that was not English. I have met some of my best friends who will be with me for literally a lifetime at this point. I have started my business. I have started my podcast and gained serious momentum. Like, I think we just bagged episode 12 today, which is fucking wild. Like, can you even believe that? The podcast of my dreams, and we're banking episode 12. I don't even know if that's the right word at this point. Anyway, And that doesn't mean it's not incredibly scary and there's not risk behind it, but sometimes you just have to realize that that discomfort will pay off in the long term. I've taken a lot of financial risk coming here, but I know that it's going to be worth it because of my mission and because of how convicted I am in making this podcast work and in making the business work. I know that my purpose is to help other people find their power. We forget how powerful we are as individuals because we live in this scarcity mindset that it's not going to work out. And we look at all of the things in our external view that are limiting us instead of looking at what the possibility could be. And let's just pause for a minute. Instead of saying like, why not? What if you ask the question, what if? Or what is possible? Whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're facing, just ask that question. What is possible if I leaned into this? What is possible if I went all in on myself 100%? The possibilities are endless, but we get so focused on this narrow view and on the limited mindset, and then we go and catastrophize the situation because we are so afraid of it not working out and we don't trust ourselves to make it work. There is no certainty and there is no guarantee in life. And hell, I'm not even guaranteed that I'll be here in the next minute. I mean, I probably will, but you understand my whole point. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. There is nothing certain in life. Hell, this camera could get stolen right now from me. I'm literally sitting in the middle of a park. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But if we start trusting that the good will happen and we start seeing the good in every situation, it will happen. Because when we create that belief in ourselves that things are going to work out, then our mind must find evidence that it will. So start rewiring your brain to find the good in every situation, to believe that good is going to happen to you. And you do that through all of the small decisions you make every day by placing trust that, hey, it will work out if I do X. It will work out if I do Y. And then you start taking action on those decisions because action always creates clarity. And especially for my ladies out there who are struggling or who are having a lot of anxious thoughts, anxious emotions, anxious tendencies, being able to act on your thought and your feeling creates clarity in a situation. It stops the spiraling thoughts. Remember, my favorite algorithm is decision plus action equals clarity. So easy, so simple. Okay, it is really hot out here, so I'm going to wrap this up. But the literal whole point of this is you have to be the one to put yourself in the room. I can't rewire your brain for you. I can't make you take action. I can't make you be in that room. You have to do it yourself. And it comes down to you making the choice and believing in yourself 100%. And that's not easy. I'm not saying it is. It actually brings a lot of discomfort. Believing in ourselves is something that's really hard to do because we were told not to. We were told that was being selfish, or we were told that we were egotistical or narcissistic for doing that. But give yourself full permission to live in that light, to live in that beauty, to live in all of your power and go all in on yourself and believe in yourself and everything that you bring to the table. Because no one else is going to do it for you. You have to do it for you. And if you're listening to this, I don't think you're content living a small life. I think you know in your heart you have a purpose and a power that is so big, it's just waiting for you to let it out. It is waiting for you to give it permission to shine. So put yourself in the room. Take the risk, and you will be rewarded. Now go kick some ass today, take some fucking damn action, and I'll see you around. XOXO.